Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of TCG Talk, back today with another video. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you one of the two Skirmish decks that I'm looking at taking next week to my Skirmish. This one is a very fun one. I'm sure you can tell by the thumbnail and the title. It's a very cheap deck that I think actually has some legs in Blitz, and we'll kind of talk about it. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hopefully you enjoy your stay. If you're a long-standing supporter, thank you so much as always. Feel free to check out the Discord down below, channel membership, as well as the creator worksheet, and we'll get right into it. So for Skirmish season, I have two decks I am thinking about taking. One is Benji, because I love Benji. Benji's super fun. The needle band did hurt Benji a lot, but we will be doing a Benji video probably tomorrow. But I'm also looking at playing Enigma New Moon, my non-ninja choice. The cool thing about this deck, just from a player standpoint, is it is only $80, which is criminally cheap, right, in the terms of Flesh and Blood. So it's a really fun deck if you have the cards for it. I have most of the cards for it. A lot of these cards, there are some Majestics in here, but a lot of them are literally like just cheap cards that you would get for pennies on the dollar. As you can see, like the only cards that are worth more than $5 are Diadem of Dream State, which is $6. You have Miraji Metamorph, which is the most expensive thing in the deck, $8 a piece, makes it $17. You have Levels of Enlightenment at $12 a piece, and Shimmers of Silver at $3. So if you look at it, Levels of Enlightenment and Miraji Metamorph make up $43 out of $80 of the deck, right? If you add Diadem and that. So really cool. The cool thing about this deck, I haven't been playing like games on games. Skirmish season, I'm more my approach to Skirmish season is I just try to have fun. I try to find a deck that is fun to play and that is at least like decent. But I want to do a deck that I enjoy playing a lot, and so I never like go into Skirmish saying like I want to spike this, I want to win this event. It's kind of like if I do well, it's awesome. If I don't, I want to have fun doing it. You know what I mean? So I've been playing some decent matches, and as you can see, 14 matches, 64%, not too bad. Beat Emperor a couple times. My big loss was the Dromai, Prism, Vincent, Zen. Beaten Lexi, Teklavostin, which is pretty easy. The Mirror, two of these, a Data Doll, an Aurora, an Arachne Web of Deceit, so on and so forth. What I think this deck is good into is Assassin. I think it really hurts. I think it's good into any Guardian that you play. I do think it's also good into Terra. I have beaten 2 Terras with this deck, but not this specific list. I was using kind of like I copied a list that I found that I enjoyed a lot, and then I made my own. So I have beaten Terra. So I think this is pretty good against like Crown of Seeds decks and decks that want to try to fatigue you with Count Your Blessings. I think it actually is really good for that. What it's going to struggle into is I think Dromai is kind of a rough matchup. Prism can be a rough matchup if you don't sideboard in some poppers, which I might end up putting in down here. Also, like really hyper aggro decks like Syndra and Zen could be a little bit of an issue, although you can win those. I have beat a Zen before on this. It's not like it's like auto loss material. I think the only like true auto loss decks for this, not auto loss, but really unfavored, are probably Dromai and then Prism if you don't have the right tech for it. Those are like the two worst in my opinion. Arcane heroes like Verdance and Blaze can also be a little bit interesting. It really depends on how much wards you get out and how fast you get it out, but it can be a little bit tricky. Blaze actually probably is pretty bad, but that's how Blitz is right now. Blitz is like you're going to have good and bad matchups. Blitz is so topsy-turvy right now and so degenerate, and I don't mean that in like an overly negative way. It's just how the game is right now in Blitz, that you're just going to have to be okay with having a bad matchup. Regardless, the whole point of this deck is to use Iris of Reality. During your action phase, illusionist auras you control are weapons with 4 power. Once per turn action, pitch a blue to give it go again. So it's a pitch a blue for a 4 power weapon, essentially. So you're using auras like Winning Vengeance, Restless Coalescence, Essence of Ancestry Mind, Haze Bending. We have Passing Mirage in here. We have Shimmers of Silver and Vengeful Apparition. We also have our Spectral Shields because Enigma New Moon's ability is equipment you own gets cloaked. It starts in the field face down. You can pitch a chi in order to target face down equipment you have equipped. Turn target face down equipment you have equipped face up, so you flip it. If it has ward on it, create 3 spectral shields. So like on a cool play, you transcend, you pitch a chi, and you flip this heirloom here. You'll get 3 spectral shields, and you get a ward 4 chess piece. Really, really cool. So basically you just made 7 ward off of a single chi. So you turn these 0 block chi cards into insane ward. And if you can time it right with when an opponent has kind of just even an okay turn, all of a sudden you could have 7, 10 ward on the board and then pitch 2 blues on your turn to swing for 8 with 2 of those spectral shields. And then you go back to their turn. They just either took 8 to try to kill your ward, or they gave you a card or 2, and you can really like just snowball really, really fast. So the whole point of this is to get ahead in board state. People have played Iris Illusionist decks before. Iris Prism was a thing before the new weapon came out. The new Luminaris came out. People were trying Iris at one point in time. We have Diadem and Dream State at the headpiece. It's just a ward 2 that makes us 3 spectral shields. Like the whole point of all this equipment is just to get us those 3 spectral shields on top of the ward. Like some of them have some use case. Like Fluttersteps has some cool use case. When it's destroyed, you may play your next aura as over an instant. So sometimes I'll transcend like off two chi cards, pitch, make 3 spectral shields, put Fluttersteps. So now I have chi left, a 0 cost aura, and another blue. And what I'll do is I'll let Fluttersteps be destroyed like at the very end of their turn, hopefully, and then I put down a Shimmers of Silver at the end of their turn, and they can't kill it because they don't have any more attacks. And then you swing with Shimmers of Silver, gets +1 counter for 5. Then you activate with that last blue you had, and then your last chi, you flip another thing, and all of a sudden you have 6 to 7 ward on the field, and you just start to snowball really fast, and you force your opponent into a bad situation. So that one's good. The heirloom, this is really fun. It's just a rare piece of equipment that ends up, when you pitch a chi to it to flip it with Enigma New Moon's ability, you literally get ward 7 because you get ward 4 plus the 3 spectral shields you made. That's a really cool power play at the end of your opponent's turn to really just like snowball. Diadem and Dream State, I've used the Ponder once or twice, but it's really just ward 5 when it's flipped, counting the spectral shields. And then Wave of Reality is also awesome because it's ward 4 plus make it a spectral shield. So it's essentially a ward 5 on the flip. So ward 5 on the flip, ward 7 on the flip, ward 4 on the flip, ward 5 on the flip. Really, really good. When it comes to the deck, I've just been trying different things. My reds are pretty simple. We have Miraji Metamorph being able to, when Miraji Metamorph is destroyed, create a token that's a copy of an aura you control. So you can create another spectral shield, create another Shimmers of Silver, create another whatever, right? Another Haze Bending, another Essence. This card no one really wants to pop. In a highly aggressive meta, it's a 1-for-7, which is really nice. You'll have fun plays where it's like you have a lot of tempo and you swing 2 weapons for 8, and then you end on Miraji Metamorph. So you just dealt 4-card 15, and you're threatening to make another aura if they pop it. So really good there. Phantasmaclasm, just really good with all the blues we have in the deck. Sink Below, Winning Vengeance is really nice because it's ward 3, and it also makes you a spectral shield, which if you time it right, basically it allows you to block 3 and swing 4, right? Because it makes a spectral shield if you pitch the bluest turn. Restless Coalescence, really good. The +1 counter thing isn't as prevalent, if at all, in this version of the deck. This card's actually been a kind of weird one for me because the only way you really get counters in this deck are Sacred Art, Immortal Lunar Shrine, or Shimmers of Silver. Because right now in the maybe board, I have cards like Single-Minded Determination, which I've thought about playing just to get some more counter pressure. Phantom Tie Ball is another way you can make some counters, which is really cool. But overall, it's not a lot of counters, but it still is a pretty good card. And then the rest of the deck literally is blues. So we're running 28 blues in the main, I think, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 20. Yeah, 28 blues in the main. And we have 2 cards left to side in. All this stuff is pretty simple. Enigma Chimera is just good value. It's a 2 for 6. Being able to swing with a weapon for 4 and then use your second blue on a 3-card hand to Enigma Chimera for 6. Yes, they can pop it, but a 3-card 10 is pretty good, and you technically only expended 1 card. Really nice for that. Essence of Mind is really nice. It's ward 2, 0 cost, really easy to put down. Blocks for 3, does everything we want. First 10 of Chi Moon I've actually really been enjoying. I put this card in. It works really well when you have cards like Mind Down, Passing Mirage, Shimmers of Silver, these blue auras, Vengeful Apparition, because this says your next blue attack this turn gets, when it attacks, draw a card. So if you already have one of these on the board, these auras, you play first 10 of Chi Moon, and then you swing one of these aura weapons, and since it's technically still a blue card, you draw a card. So that's really nice. Haze Bending has amazing synergy and Iris build. It's one of the staples in the deck. All this is pretty simple. I have a 1 of Unravel Aggression just to be able to transcend easier, and block 5 is pretty nice. And then the sideboard right now, I'm still playing with it this week until I get to my skirmish if I end up taking it. We have Essence of Ancestry Body for all the red decks running around. Really, really nice. Movable for some of these Guardians like Terra that's trying to run these like crazy Crown Sea builds with like some pummels. Deep Blue Mist is really good, right, for those go wide decks and for Assassin. And then Moon Chakra just to have, if I want to move a little bit faster, I actually put Moon Chakra in. Because it's really easy to transcend off of. It basically blocks 3 and enables transcend. Really nice. The one card I've really been playing around with is Calming Gesture, because I want to be able to flip and just have AB1. And sometimes like I don't get the 3 spectral shields, but I do get AB1. So if I transcend like turn 1 against a Blaze, or not Blaze, against a Blaze, gets like Aurora. Blaze, it doesn't matter. But Aurora, or someone that only uses 1 AB, or like a Vincent, if they're not paying it for Vincent, this allows you to stay alive. You have so many blues in your deck, you can really pitch to AB really easily. So I've been playing around with Calming Gesture a little bit, even though, because Wave of Reality is good, it makes 4 basically Ward 5, which is super useful. But in those AB matchups, I'm trying to test to see if it's worth it. Then we have a lot of cards on the maybe board. These will be in here as well when I make a copy of the list. Single-Minded Determination is the one I'm looking at the most. When this enters the arena, if you control no other illusionist auras, put 3 counters on it. So, you know, you let all your spectral shields die, all your auras die, and then you play this on a 3-card hand. It comes in with 3 counters on it, and all of a sudden you're swinging it, pitching your second blue for 7. So it's a 3-card 7, a little bit below rate, but then it has Ward 2 on the back end, so it's essentially a 3-card 9, which is now on rate. I'm trying to maybe think about this just for Restless Coalescence synergy. So that's a big one. 3 Visits is more of a fun one if you're running the other weapon, but in Iris it doesn't work as well. This is for poppers if I want to put this in for illusionist matchups. I may end up putting in Cut to the Facade or Cut the Facade, Cut to the Facade, whatever the Facade card is. The 3 for 7 that can't be defended by orders. Or Battlefront Bastion or Blanche for Prism. And then Phantom Timeline is also pretty good as well. If you can keep this alive long enough in those mid-range to fast matchups, and all of a sudden you're swinging for a lot, is really good. Truce is really cool because I'm pretty sure, Illusionist Auras, so you can't swing Truce, but it does give you some cool synergy, being able to gain life, draw a card, or draw a card. Really, really good there. All these are just maybes. But the deck's been doing pretty good. I've only played a couple matches, nothing crazy, right? But it's been feeling pretty nice. It's definitely not like a top like S tier deck, but Blitz is so turbulent. Play the deck you enjoy playing over anything else. But yeah, the biggest thing is it's $80. Like if you can get Enigma New Moon, Enigma New Moon is like what? I actually forgot what that is. I haven't looked up what I think they're like $5. I'm pretty sure. We're going to do this on the fly because we're a professional YouTuber. $8. So, yeah, you could add $8 to get Enigma New Moon, right? So you're looking at an $88 deck. Really, really cool. Really unique hero. Really flavorful. And I love the artwork on it. The artwork's just sick. I would love to get the Marvel, but that's just never going to happen. Regardless, let me know what you think of the deck. I think it's really cool. I'm going to show you a Benji deck tomorrow. Get your thoughts on it. If anyone wants me to do a different hero, let me know. I can maybe do a different one as well for Skirmish, but these are the 2 I've been working on the most. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you like this type of content, please leave a like, comment, or subscribe. If not me, it's completely fine. Go to another creator, leave a like, comment, subscribe on their stuff. Let's get more people seeing this game. I'll be doing the How to Iris series as well, continuing with that, so be on the lookout for that. But thank you all so much, and y'all have a great rest of your day.